Let's initiate the space with a chant Om. So take a deep, long breath in. Relax your hands into any comfortable position and tune your attention inwards, focusing on the inner experience, feeling the body, feeling the physical sensations connected with your breathing. And giving yourself a moment for the mind to settle. Take note of the changing landscape of your awareness, the space of consciousness. Can you notice any tendencies, any inclinations of your mind? Does it tend to go to the past and ruminate? Or does it tend to go into the future with planning? So whatever it wants to do, acknowledge it. But then bring it back to the present moment. Use the breath to anchor your attention in the present moment. Begin to deepen the inhalation. With each inhale, breathe length into your spine, reaching up with the top of your head, finding lightness throughout your body, your mind and your heart. And as you exhale, send the energy to the earth, as though you're sending roots, connecting with the grounding, stabilizing energy. Scan your body from the top of your head all the way to the tips of your toes. Just note if there's any stagnant energy, anything that feels a bit off. And focus your attention on the space between the tip of your nose and your nostrils and your upper lip. So breathe deeply, yet smoothly, calmly, and keep your attention just above your upper lip. So feel the sensations of the breath, perhaps the temperature. be fully grounded. Your focus is sharp. And bringing these two aspects together, see if you can experience a sense of peace, a deep inner peace throughout your body, your mind, a unity between your mind, body and breath. And reminding yourself that regardless of the external circumstances, that inner place of peace and calm is always there. Waiting for you to access it, to open the door. And relax your breathing. Draw a big breath in through the nose. Hold it. And exhale through the mouth. So 2 more this way. In through the nose. Hold. Exhale through the mouth. Relaxing your jaw. Just 1 more in your own time. And then open your eyes. Feel free to switch the cross of the legs. I'm gonna warm up the shoulders. So first of all, extend them at shoulder height. But keep reaching them the opposite direction. So you want to find some engagement from the fingertips all the way to the muscles in your armpit. So deep inside the shoulder girdle. Draw your lower belly in, lengthen through the spine. So you're gonna hold it here. Keep breathing deeply, finding the engagement through the arms. All is good. And then I'm going to begin to draw circles forward. And notice where you can find the engagement, where you feel the movement being initiated. And slightly bigger. Try to isolate it to just the arms and the shoulders. Even bigger. And then coming back smaller. And tiny. Then switch direction. And note how that feels. Is it better or is it easier? Draw bigger circles. Even bigger. Relax through the shoulders. Your neck is long. And then smaller. Then come to stillness. Reach your arms in opposite directions. And then exhale, release. Shake your shoulders out. Shake your arms out. Okay, then extend your arms but flex your wrists. And then push the arms out. So notice if you can feel a stretch. If so, where? Keeping the engagement in the core. And then flip your palms, well, up kind of, but still flexing the hands. So you can lift the arms, the wrists up, or like bring them down. Notice how that affects the engagement through the arm. If you feel more muscle activation or stretch. And just have a little play. So we're doing all the chaturangas and arm balances. Then your biceps can get a bit tight. And as I mentioned on Tuesday, it's an area that's often overlooked. So this helps you not only stretch through the wrists, the forearm, but also travels all the way through the biceps to the rotator cuff muscles. And then release, shake it out. Extend your arms wide. So this time we're going to go is roll the right shoulder down, and you see you've got rotation going through the entire arm to your hand. So see how far you can go. You can obviously fold a little bit, but you want to feel this rotation happening in the shoulder, and the other arm is going the other direction. Then through the center, we switch. So right palm travels back and the left shoulder forward. Inhale back to the center. Exhale, shoulder down. So keep going, following your own breath, and slow it right down. So this requires for you to be really attentive and tune into the very fine sensations. What's happening in the muscles, in the tendons, and not just in the shoulder, but the more you increase the arm rotation, the more you're going to pull on the muscles where the stretch is originating, so essentially in the shoulder girdle. Feel free to close your eyes if you wish. You can add some head rolls or just tilt your head from side to side if that feels good. Just a few more times. And then come back to the center, shake your arms out. I can already feel it, so I don't know how I'm going to do all the chaturangas I have planned. It's just one of those days. Okay, so then arms over the head, roll the elbows in. Remember, like as though you're trying to switch light bulbs. And slide the shoulder blades down so you keep the space between the ears and the shoulders open. Corset your ribs in. And keep squeezing the elbows towards your head. Palms are facing me. Then clench your fist and flick your fingers. So keep going. Nelly, try to keep the shoulders down. Just a little bit, yeah. Perfect. Okay. Draw your lower belly in and breathe. If your muscles are fatiguing, just talk to them. Say it's okay. Keep your arms straight, Sandra. Your elbows are coming in together, so as though there's a magnet between them. Just a little bit more. It's all good. Just stay focused on your breath. And release. Shake it out. Let's transition over onto all fours. So breathe cat and cow. Inhale into cow. And exhale into cat. So follow your own breath and see how far your body wants to go in the extension and what's required to then flex the spine. So really focusing on the inner experience in the body. Keep pushing the mat away, especially as you transition into cat. You want to find that push from the shoulders. So that's what required in any arm balances. That will provide you stability in your crow. And then come back to the center. Inhale your right leg, extend it. Try to keep the hip down. Bring the left arm in front of you. So hold it here and breathe. Keep pressing down through the fingertips. For another 3, 2, 1. Bring the elbow to knee around your back and hold it here. Keep pushing the mat away. Squeeze your core. For 3, 2, 1. Then inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, long. Exhale, crunch. 3 more. Inhale, find length. And exhale, squeeze. Breathe in. And out. Then inhale, extend and hold. See if you can lift your right leg higher. Your left arm higher. So coming into an extension. Squeeze your lower belly. And feel the muscles in your back line activating. And then reverse, crunch, elbow with the knee, and hold, breathe, and release the other side. Inhale, left leg back, right arm. Give yourself a moment to settle. Use your core if you find yourself coming off balance. And remember that sometimes your balance just isn't on your side. So hold it here, 3, 2, 1, and then exhale, round your back and hold it. Keep breathing. Stay stable. For 3, 2, 1. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bring it in. In and out. 3 more. Got it in you. It's only the beginning. Inhale. Beautiful. Exhale. Breathe in and out. Inhale, extend. Lift the leg. Lift the arm higher. Use your core. Use the pelvic floor muscles. Lift a bit higher. For 3, 2, you can do it. 1. Round your back and crunch. Push through the fingertips, the knuckles, the heel of your hands. For 3, 2, and 1. Release. Slide back for child's pose. Arms beside you so the shoulders can drape and rest. Relax through the hips and breathe into the space between your shoulder blades. As you inhale, come back onto all fours. Moving into thread the needle. So inhale, push down through the right hand, left arm up. And exhale, thread it through, but hover. An inhalation, you come back up and open through the chest. And then exhale, thread and hover. Inhale all the way up, reach up. And this time exhale, bring it through and drop it down. So hips to the left. And find a version of the pose that works for you. You can stay on the right fingertips. Core is active. And then inhale one more time, come back up and open through the shoulder. Exhale down, switching sides. Inhale, open, feel the range of motion. Exhale, thread it, hover, notice what's active. Inhale, come back up. And then breathing out, thread. Inhale, up. And exhale, you can settle. Use this time to connect with your breath, to gather a little strength. Notice how your flexibility is today, what your energy levels are like. And then inhale one more time, open heart, and exhale, bring the hand down. We're going to go through a little flow that will help you activate the shoulders and build the awareness of how the hands, the engagement through the fingertips links to obviously the shoulders, but then keeping the core engagement, how you can lower down. So that's really useful for chaturanga as well as any arm balances. So wrap your elbows in, shift your shoulders forward, leave the hips up as you lower your chest and chin down. So hover a few inches of the mat if you can, squeeze the elbows in and slide the shoulder blades down. So hold it here and then come down, transition over into cobra of your choice, exhale into child's pose. So let's do it twice more. So starting from all fours, press through the fingertips, shift the shoulders down, and slowly you lower the chin down. Hover above the mat if you can, and then come down. If you need to readjust your hands, it's fine. Open your chest, roll the shoulders down, and then with an exhalation, back into child's pose. One more. From high up, shift forward, and little bit at a time, lower down and hover. Inhale into cobra and exhale into child's pose. So now we're going to do this sequence, but starting from child's pose. So you want to go low and then up into striking cobra. So the arms extended, wrap the elbows in and transition low, elbows in, core engaged. Inhale into your back bend. Exhale, child's pose. So move slowly and connect with your breath. Notice where you feel any restriction, where you start to compensate the form. And just twice more. Go low, elbows in and up. So I want to see you do it. Head is your extension of your spine, so try not to like tilt it back too much, but instead lift it and extend up through the crown of your head. Core engaged, elbows in, Sonia. You can do it. So instead of not splaying the elbows out, because that, there's time and place for that if you're doing like push-ups, but in yoga you always want to have the elbows in when you lower down. So that will also help you for the arm balancing. Okay, so adding on from all fours, I'm gonna shift the shoulders forward and then drop your chin down. You can just rest it there or even your chest. Then you're coming into a back bend, but you want to have the elbows in. And then staying with the left knee down, extend through the right leg. So it's like a prep for chin stand, but I want you to keep pushing through the hands. Elbows in. That's it. So hold it and breathe. Keep pushing through the hands as though you want to push yourself back up into plank. And then slowly lower the right leg. Inhale up. 4 more times. Lower and up. Core engaged. You can do it. I know it's really hard. Just twice more. One more time. When you're up, hold it and pulse. Little movements for 3, 2, 1, and bring it down, switching sides. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, down. Inhale. Exhale. 4 more. Breathe in, lift. Exhale, down. Bring it up and down. 2 more. In and out. 1 more time. Lift it and hold. Squeeze your elbows in. Lift the leg higher. And then exhale, bring it down. Straighten the legs. Allow yourself a moment to rest. Use your hands as a pillow for your forehead. Breathe deeply. Thanking your body, thanking your back, thanking your shoulders, thanking your legs. They've done a great job. And then with the next inhalation, lift up into cobra or up dog. And exhale into down dog. So pedal your feet. Find any movement that feels good. And settle here for 3 rounds of breath. Wrap your elbows in. Spread your shoulder blades. And lift your sits bones up. If you feel like you need to reset your back and the legs, bend your knees to roll the sits bones up, and then focus on melting through the heels. Bring the left foot to the center. Inhale, right leg up, 3-legged dog. Press evenly through the hands. All is good. For another 3, 2, 1. Then bring the knee towards the chest. Push from the shoulders. Squeeze your core. Shift your shoulders forward. And hold it. For 3, 2. It's all good. You can do it. 1. Step the right foot outside of the right hand. So preparing for lizard. So stay with the left knee lifted just a few times. You can roll forward and back and then drop the left knee down. Keep the spine long and chest fairly open. If you have a block, you want to use a bolster, you can use it to bring the floor closer to you. And just check how it feels in your right hip, in the groin, in the right thigh. Is it talking to you? If you feel like it, you can come down onto your forearms. Don't force it. It's not a competition. Remember to find balance between ease and effort in all the poses. Just a couple more breaths. Having open hips is really beneficial for crow pose. And then inhale, walk yourself back up. Tuck your back toes and step back into down dog. Notice the feeling in the right leg. Bring the right foot to the center. Point your left toes and inhale, left leg up, 3-legged dog. Draw your lower belly in. Add your Uddiyana Bandha. Keep pushing down through the right heel. Find the external rotation in the shoulders. And breathe. Lift the left foot a bit higher. Your right thigh is engaged, supporting the hamstrings. For another 3, 2, 1. And then roll over into plank. Left knee up. And we're not just hanging here, but you want to push the mat away to lift the knee around your upper back. So hold it, breathe for 3, 2, 1. Step the left foot outside of the left hand. Gorgeous. Have a little play. How does your right hip feel? Use the hand so you're not just dumping all the weight in the hip, and then drop the right knee. So keep the left knee pressing into the left arm, because that also helps you keep some engagement in the muscles in the inner thigh, which is essentially what's needed in crow, because otherwise you can't keep the legs close to your body. So instead of allowing the knee to fall out here, you want to keep squeezing into the arm. It's harder, but you can do it. Keep breathing into your chest. Find ease wherever you are. If you want to, you can come down to your forearms. So face the realm of your mind when you hold the pose for a little bit longer. It's sometimes ugly, but it's okay. Keep bringing yourself back into that place of inner peace, inner calm, where none of the external experiences really matter. Then walk yourself back up, tuck your back toes, step back into down dog. Inhale, roll over into plank and hold it. Push the mat away, round your upper back. Your lower belly is in, squeeze your glutes for that extra turbo. Squeeze the thighs, that's it. Hold it. Hold it, you can do it, don't give up. So this is an arm balance. You can do it. And then lower all the way down onto your belly. Inhale into cobra, elbows in, shoulders down. And exhale, transition over into down dog. Inhale, walk your feet halfway. And exhale, fold. So clasp the opposite elbow, bend your knees. And then as you inhale, shift the hips up, straightening the legs. Feel your body's current restrictions, limitations, or perhaps openness. Release the arms, inhale halfway, and exhale, stay here. So hands press into the shins so you can find length through the spine. Draw your lower belly in, squeeze the shoulder blades. And then inhale, extend your arms wide. So we're mobilizing the shoulders here. Inhale, extend your arms in front of you. Try to keep them in line with your body. Exhale to the sides. 3 more times. Breathe in. Look down. Exhale out. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale, extend and hold it here. Keep your belly engaged. For 3, 2, 1. And exhale, release. Inhale, step into plank. And exhale, chaturanga, elbows in, and hold it here. So you want the shoulders to be in line with the elbows. And then inhale into up dog. Do what you can. Exhale, down dog. Settle here. Forgive yourself. And start again. Left foot to the center. Inhale the right leg up. And exhale, bring the knee to the same armpit, shifting the shoulders forward. Find a push from the shoulders. Lift the right knee as high as you can. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Step the right foot outside of the right hand. This time, step the left foot outside of the left hand so you can sink into Malasana. Use a block if you need to. I'll turn to face you. So it's also useful. It's like often we try to find length through the spine, which is great. But when you explore Malasana, especially for crow, it's good to sink down because then this way you can bring the knees closer to your armpits rather than if you're here. So really feel the depth of the hip flexion and just allow your body to settle here. So bring the hands at your heart. Feel as your feet press down into the ground. Find your ujjayi if you've lost it, or if you're experiencing a lot of discomfort, whether it's physical, emotional, mental. Try to soften with your ujjayi. Just a little bit longer. Then bring the hand down and step back into plank. Exhale, chaturanga, body in one line. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Right foot to the center. Inhale, left leg up. Hold it. Then as you inhale, left knee towards the left armpit. Push from the fingertips, the knuckles, the shoulders. Squeeze your core. Squeeze your glutes. Hold it. Lift the knee a bit higher. And step the foot outside of the left hand. Or trip like me. I didn't fall though. Managed to save. Then transition the weight into the hands and the left foot so you can step back into Malasana. So I'll stay here so they won't be able to transition with you. Befriend your Malasana. Talk to your hips. Notice what emotions arise. And instead of running away from them, see if you can explore them. Just a couple more breaths here. And then bring the hands down. Step back into plank. Inhale here. Exhale, shift your shoulders forward and lower down, chaturanga. Inhale into up dog. Exhale, down dog. Settle here. Then drop the knees down, slide for child's pose. Notice if your hip flexion feels any different. Try to draw the tailbone close towards your heels so the mat can really receive the weight of your body. Then inhale, extend your arms in front of you. And exhale, lift up into plank. So find a really strong plank. If you want to, you can do it on your knees. And gonna walk the plank. So walk your hands out. Try to keep your core solid. And just walk it out. Lift one hand, the other. So adding a bit of instability in the plank really helps to stabilize all the muscles in the core and the shoulders. So walk the hands in, walk them out. And then maybe you can walk the hands forward to the end of the mat. Push the mat away and then look towards your toes. So we're going to hold it here for 3, 2, 1. Walk back to regular plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale into your back bend. We haven't even done crow yet. And exhale into down dog. Settle here. Feel the fire in your belly. Maybe the shoulders, maybe the legs. But let it transform you. Let it transform any fear or disbelief into that power, the willpower, that you can indeed achieve everything that you want. And let it guide you. Okay, then drop the knees down and grab your block or blocks. So last week I offered an option where you can use the block to support your head. The other option is to stand on the block and have another one to catch your head. So we can explore. To be fair, I don't really like starting on the block because I find it's just a little bit too high. You throw yourself in. So if you only have one block, just start with the one that will catch your head, because that will teach you how not to go too far and build muscle memory in the shoulders. So the best option for me is to start in Malasana, but not like a proper one where I have my heels down, but actually heels are lifted, so I can get like really deep, like in a deep fold. Hands are more or less shoulder width apart, spread really wide, and then begin to lift the hips up and transition the weight down. So forward and down, and then you've got the block to catch your weight. If you want, you can lift one foot at a time or try both. So I placed that block too close. Find it distracting. So let's try again. So you lift up. So you've got the knees. I've on the tricep, but that's what Sonia was saying. It hurts a lot before you get used to it. Don't know if you can see, but I've got lots of bruises. So the slightly more accessible option is where you squeeze the knees in and you kind of rest them on like the side of your arm, like above your elbow. So from here, I transition forward, lift one leg, can rest your forehead, and then lift the other leg. Squeeze your glutes for the turbo, feet are pointing, and then maybe you can play with lifting the forehead of the block. When you're ready or you feel like you're going too far, bring yourself back down. Okay, so let's try it together. When I do it with the block to catch my head, I find it quite distracting, but it's definitely useful, and I find this version more accessible, and like it teaches you a bit more. So it's like the position of the arms is like in chaturanga. If you want to keep them straight, you need to have a lot of core strength to be able to lift yourself up, and also being able to sustain and endure, the pressure, the pinching on the muscles. But if you bend your arms and you have the knees outside, so maybe I'll show you from this angle. So it's like you're resting your shins just above your elbows so you can shift forward, but my arms are bent. So I think this is the most accessible option. But look at what's happening in the shoulders here. So I shift forward, but then drop my shoulders down and keep pressing down through the fingertips so you don't go too far. It's okay, not every day is an arm balancing day. Well done, Sonia. Sandra, can't see you. Are you flying high in crow right now? And just give it one go. If you don't want to lift up, it's fine. It's just about building the muscle memory and the core strength to eventually being able to do it. So you can just do from Malasana with or without the block. You shift your way forward as much as you can. If your shoulders are weak, don't force it. Go only as far as you can feel you can hold it. And then when you're here, let's say this is enough, you lift one foot off the mat. Notice what's happening. How does it make you feel? Do you hate it? Okay, acknowledge it, and then lift the other foot. And then come down. So whatever option is available to you right now, do it. And then we're going to release it and rest. So it's sometimes you can have enough of the core strength to be able to do it, but just it's not integrated with the shoulder strength. So what I just showed you is really the best way to prepare your shoulders to have that integrity. So when you shift forward and lift one leg, if the hips are the problem, then you can also try this. So that's a handstand plank. You've got the fingertips down, external rotation of the shoulders, protract them, and you shift forward and then lift one leg at a time. It's really hard. So just needs this one is obviously harder on the shoulders, but it's less demanding on the hips. So sometimes you just need to pick and mix. Okay, one more try if you want to, and you're going to relax. Beautiful. Remember, there's no magic. It's just showing up. It's just trying. And, to get better at arm balancing, you need to do more arm balancing. So we've got a whole month to explore all that. We'll see where we get to in the next couple of weeks. Okay, so cross your left leg over the right, whichever you want it. I like to access it from kind of kneeling, because I find that I can get slightly deeper, but see what works for you. Bring the left hip down so that you're rooted. Then this Gomukhasana shape. You can rest your hands on the knee, draw your lower belly in, open through the chest. Close your eyes. So let go of the crow practice, let go of flying, just focus on grounding. And open your eyes. If you want to, you can wrap your right arm underneath the left, double wrap for Garudasana arms. Lift the elbows up, pull the hands away from your face. Focus your attention on the shoulders. No force, no strain, just breathe. Lift your arms a bit higher. And then gently release. Then switch the position of your legs. So right leg is on top of this time. And bring the right hip down. And pause for a moment to notice how that feels, if it's accessible. Because you know what it's like with hips. They don't always cooperate. So if you need to, you can slide a block or a cushion. Just make yourself comfortable. Close your eyes for a moment. Send your breath where you feel most sensations. And then open your eyes, left arm underneath the right. Double wrap if you can. Pull the hands away from your face and lift your arms up. Wrap your shoulder blades around the sides of your body to find gentle roundness in the upper back. And breathe. Spend a few rounds of breath, just connecting with the shoulder, allowing it to settle, to release. And then exhale, release. And come into frog. So you can either do tadpole, so big toes together, knees wide, or for frog, you want to have the ankles in line with the knees, and then the feet are flexed. So as wide as you can open the legs, and go. Instead of coming forward with the hips, you want to find trajectory down. So it's like you could place something on your sacrum to bring the pubis down, opening through the inner thighs, like for box splits. So that's another thing that I will probably never get to if yoga is about getting to poses. But that's not going to stop me from trying. So try to breathe here calmly, telling your body that everything's fine. Use the hands to support you because it's a lot for the hips. I always find this one so, well, grounding in a way because I can't focus on anything else but how long am I going to stay here? So take a deep breath in. Exhale through the mouth and close your eyes. 2 more rounds of breath. So this one is really good if you hold it for like a good couple of minutes. I definitely recommend that. And then when you're ready, I like to shift myself forward and kind of pour myself on the mat. But I've heard people being guided out of it, you know, so the way you came, you come out, but that's not really my thing. Let's transition over onto your back. Draw the knees in and give them a squeeze. That might feel good after such a deep external hip rotation. Then extend your arms out into a T shape. Legs more or less a 90-degree angle, and then drop them to one side. Keep both shoulder blades down, but rib cage off the mat. Then inhale, bring yourself back through the center, and exhale, go the other way. Listen to the other side's story. Allow gravity to do the work. Slowly deepening your breath. And then slowly draw the knees back up to the center. Give them a hug. And get ready for your Shavasana. So if there's anything that you still feel you need to do, you want to get some layers on, keep the legs straight and point your toes. Extend your arms over the head to find as much length through the body. Draw your lower belly in. You can feel a gentle lengthening in the hip flex area. Keep pulling opposite directions. And then exhale, release. Let go fully. releasing your practice, connecting to your breath. Drop your attention to your heart space and access that place of inner peace, calm, love that we experienced at the beginning of the practice. So repeat quietly in your head that when I tune in, I connect to my body's innate wisdom. Thank your body for doing all the wonderful things it does for you. Thank yourself for carving out the time to connect, to simply be. And notice how you feel. Feel the fresh flow of energy that you've released through mindful movement and breathing. Just reminding yourself that regardless of the quality that you place, the value of you placed on your practice, yoga always works. There's always something to learn, something that yoga can teach us. And that's all if we access or try to access the place of equanimity, of just taking the experience as it is. So take 10 more, or even more than that if you wish, cycles of breath. And then if you choose to come out of your Shavasana, do it slowly and mindfully, carrying the essence of that inner peace with you throughout the day.